Hey guys, and welcome back to this brand new tutorial on my YouTube channel. And in this tutorial, we will be making Project Christmas. And Project Christmas is one of the projects I've made. It is kind of like Project Halloween, which we did for Halloween, spooky times, woo. But now it is almost Christmas. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve or evening, whatever it is. So we thought, let's make a Christmas game. And what the game is called Present Designing Simulator. So all you do, you go over here, you go to Santa's bag, you get a present, but I already have a present, so you already have an empty present. Go to one of the workbenches to design it. So all we have to do is hold E over here, and then we will get into this UI. As you can see, present designing, and we can click on Start. And now you will see this present designing filling. So like the thingy that goes inside of it. So if you want to put a flashlight inside of it, you can click select. So let's put in a flashlight. Now we got the wrapping, which is like the thingy around it. So we can do red, blue, or yellow, but as you can see, I don't own yellow or blue, so we are going for red. And now we get the bow. It's like the top thingy is like kind of like a crown on top of the present, but as you can see, we do not own red or yellow, so we're going to go for blue again. But at the end, you get this thingy, quiz, select the correct present. I don't know what it is, but in the tutorial, I made it print out what it is. So it's present 1. So if you click present 1, boop, you get this check mark, and you get money from that, or actually gingerbreads. So we have earned 94 gingerbreads. And you can use that to buy like the things as you can see, as you saw, like the teddy bear and all that stuff. So let me just get a new present. You can empty present, go to my, yep. So let me just do this. And as you can see, we can redesign it. So let's just do that quickly, and I will show you what happens if you click the X, and I will show you what happens. I will show you what happens when you click the wrong present. So let's do that real quick. So let's click select over this one, and we gotta kind of click further because it's just a wrapping and a bow. So now I'll show you what happens when you click the wrong present. So the correct present is 2. So this one is actually the correct one in the system itself. But let's click the third one. You get an X, it goes away, and it will say, you lost your present, grab a new one from Santa's bag. And now you gotta go over here again, you gotta hold E, you're gonna get that message again, and now you gotta redesign it. But what happens if you just click the X, even though probably no one will click, because, all you do in the game is just design a present. So let's see what happens if you click the X. It fades away, and as you can see, again, you lost your present, grab a new one from Santa's bag. And that is everything you do, basically. You just design a present in a UI, and you put the final quiz answer in it. So that is what we're going to be doing in this tutorial. Every asset is going to be free. You can go to my group. A link will be in the description, so you can copy this game, but there will be no scripts inside. And the tutorial will be split in 2 parts. So that's all I had to say, and let the intro roll. Hey guys, and welcome back to this brand new tutorial on my YouTube channel. And in this tutorial, we are going to be finishing up Project Christmas. And for the people that don't know, Project Christmas is a project with me and LuaScripts. He's amazing. We made this game together. It is absolutely insane. We also made Project Halloween together, and it is insane. He's so amazing. Like, our teamwork is just insane. And what you do in Project Christmas, the game is actually called Present Designing Simulator. And what you do is you go up over here, you design a present, and you get gingerbreads for that if you complete the quiz. And that's what we're going to be continuing today. In part 1, we did the client script, which is this enormous one of 499 lines. And now we will be finishing up the last one, which is the server script, which is everything, which the server handles every single thing. So that's what we're going to be doing in this tutorial. First of all, again, 2 big shoutouts, just like in part 1. The first shout out goes to LuaScripts for his amazing work and amazing collaboration on this game. It is absolutely insane. Thank you so much, my man. And the second shout out goes to this person. And as I said in the part 1, you probably don't know who that is, but that is my logo designer. and for 300 Robux or $4 PayPal, you can get these insane logos. They're so good, and if you're lucky enough, or if the person has time, if they have time, you can get the logo within a day or two. So like you can get the logo if you order 1 to 2 days. You can get the logo. It is absolutely insane. His work, their work is amazing. So thank you so much, and we should carry on with the tutorial. So as I said, the server script. It is one of the longest. Well, not the longest actually. The script is 306 lines. It's not that much, but you just gotta get the logic behind it. First of all, we need to define the players service, just like in the client script. But so local players is equals to game. Get service players, and now you got the first line of code. I'm proud of you. Now we need server storage, which is local server storage is equals to game. Get service server storage. Now we need to define replicated storage, and that is going to be local replicated storage is equals to game. Get service replicated storage, and nope, this is the replicated storage. And now that you have defined replicated storage, we have to define the tween service. So local tween service is equals to game get service tween service. Now we need to define the marketplace service so we can like handle the purchasing requests and all of that stuff. So local marketplace service is equals to game get service marketplace service. And now in the game you have this module script called Greenwich, and you're probably wondering, newbie, what is this? Is this a virus? Oh no, I'm gonna get hacked. No, you won't. Greenwich is a data store. It's a database wrapper made by Salvage and me, and it basically just makes all of your data load instantly, like super fast. It has a built-in queue system, a built-in cache system, and all of that stuff. So to define Greenwich, you have to type local Greenwich is equals to require server storage wait for child Greenwich, like this. You can pause the video, you can type it over, whatever you want, as long as you have it. Now you need to type local sender is equals to replicated storage dot sender. And after you've done that, you want to go back to the client script. You want to get the IDs, these. You want to get those and just paste them. Now we're going to do the most trickiest thing. Local function save data player, and we're going to type local data folder, comma, values folder. And these variables might have reminded you of part 1 where we did a lot of data folder and values folder stuff. And in this tutorial we will be handling the server, as I said, which makes everything a little bit more possible. So that's pretty cool. So to do this, it's player.data folder, comma, player.values folder. Just saves you a little bit of a variable. Now we need local values is equals to, and you want to make a table, like the curved brackets and not Siri. Like that. And now we want to type anything we'll type in here, we will save it. So data folder dot gingerbreads dot value, and then semicolon data folder dot multiplier dot value, because depending on what items you own, you're gonna get a multiplier, which you're just gonna get more gingerbreads from a multiplier. Pretty cool. So now values folder dot owns teddy bear dot value semicolon, values folder dot owns glasses dot value semicolon, values folder dot owns blue wrapping dot value semicolon, 3 more, values folder dot owns yellow wrapping dot value semicolon, and the last 2, which is the yellow bow and the red bow. So just copy this. Nope. Copy this. Owns yellow bow and owns red bow. So now you make your data, you make your saving data function, but now we have to save it on the data store. And as I said, we're gonna be using Greenwich for that. So to do that, pcal function, like this, and you want to type Greenwich :get db values, and we're gonna set it immediately to the data store, so we can save it. So after you've done that, now we have to type set player. We're gonna save it on the player's user ID. So player.userid, comma. We're gonna be saving the values table and false, so it like does not get added to the cache system, I believe. So that is your saving data function. And now we need a little bit more. We're gonna be typing players.player removing connect function player Greenwich :get db values save player.user ID. We're gonna be saving it so it like saves it on the database. Anything on your name like this get added to the cache system, and it's just gonna save it. And now game :bind to close function Greenwich :end queue. So whenever the game gets shut down, the game will not shut down until Greenwich has saved everyone's data. Now we need to type the player added function, which is players.player added connect function, and we have to make a function of the player, just like that. And now over here we want to type local data, which is like going to be like the data of the player. And now we need to make another pcal for that. So pcal function, and we're going to be doing data is equals to Greenwich :get db values. So whenever a player joins, we're going to be trying to retrieve the values database, which allows us to get the data. So :get, and we have to get it from your user ID. Now we need to make the data folder itself. Local data folder is equals to instance.new folder, and we need to parent it to the player. So data folder the parent is equals to player. We are going to put it in the player, and the name of the data folder is going to be data folder. Now we need to do the exact same for values folder. So just copy this, paste it here, and change everything to values folder. Just like that. And now we need to get the gingerbreads. So local gingerbreads is equals to instance.new number value, because the amount of gingerbreads is a number. We're going to be putting the gingerbreads in the data folder. So gingerbreads.parent is equals to data folder. And gingerbreads need to have a name. So gingerbreads.name is equals to gingerbreads. Now we need to immediately set the data. So if data and data square brackets 1, then, so if there's data, and what this means, the 1 means this. So this is number 1, this is number 2, this is number 3, this is number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, and number 8. So 1 is the gingerbreads, so we're going to be trying to retrieve number 1. So gingerbreads.value is equals to data 1. And if you don't have any data, you're going to start off with 0 gingerbreads. So gingerbreads.value is equals to 0. Now we need to define the multiplier. So local multiplier is equals to instance.new number value, because a multiplier is a number, again, a number value. Multiplier.name, or well, parent is equals to data folder. The multiplier is in the data folder, as you can see. Multiplier data folder, and now multiplier name, the name of the multiplier is multiplier, and the value is going to be set to 1, because you start off with one multiplier. And as I said, we're going to be immediately trying to retrieve data. So if data and data2, then multiplier.value is equal to data2. And if you don't have any multiplier or any multiplier data, your multiplier is going to be set to 1. You want to do this for a lot of stuff. So we need to do the to own teddy bear. So local owns teddy bear is equals to instance.new, and it's going to be a bool value because we're just going to track no, not track, we're going to check if you own teddy bear, so that's a true or false. So local owns teddy bear is equals to instance.new bool value, and now owns teddy bear dot parent, it's going to be in the values folder, and the name of the owns teddy bear is going to be the exact same, owns teddy bear dot name is equals to owns teddy bear in speech marks. Now if data and data3, then owns teddy bear dot value is equals to data3, and else owns teddy bear dot value is equals to false. Now you want to copy this, paste it, and change owns teddy bear to owns glasses. As you see, I just changed everything to owns glasses, but set this to 4. Like that. Now do it again. So now we need owns blue wrapping. And make sure it is all set to 5. And make sure it's called owns blue wrapping. Now do the same for the yellow wrapping. Owns yellow wrapping. And change everything to data6. Now we need the yellow bow, which is the same again. Wait, hold on. Owns yellow bow, and set everything to bow, and data7, and data7. Now we need the red bow, so we're going to paste it again. Owns red bow, 8 red. So these are all of your variables for the for the present designing. Now we need 2 more values. We need local present collected is equals to instance.new bool value. Present collected is a bool value. We're gonna check if you have the present if you like just have a present somewhere in your inventory or whatever. Present collected dot parents is equals to values folder. The name of present collected is going to be present collected, and present collected dot value is equals to false. You're gonna start off with no present, and that is exactly what you need. You don't want to start off with a parent, with a value that is set to true. And now we have to do the same for the global cooldown. Change everything to global cooldown, and there you go. Now we need to do something a little bit tricky. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky. We need to use get property changed signal, and what that does, it only fires when something in the thingy changes. So player data folder gingerbreads get property changed signal value connect function, and all you want to do is save data player. That's all you want to do. Copy this, paste it here, and change this to multiplier. Copy it again, change this to values folder, and change this to owns teddy bear. And now you want to paste this 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change this to owns glasses. Change this to owns blue wrapping. Change this to owns yellow wrapping. Change this to owns yellow bow. And change this to owns red bow. What this does, whenever the value changes, we're going to be saving it. So you're not going to get any data loss because the Greenwich has a built-in system. Now we need to do something a little bit tricky. Marketplace service dot process receipt is equals to function receipt info, like this. And so we got to check if the product ID is the same as the IDs over here at the top. So if receipt info dot product ID is equals to first money ID. So if you bought the first one, then we're going to be getting your player by saying local PLR is equals to players colon, and we're going to be getting your user ID, which is get player by user ID, and we're going to be getting that from receipt info the player ID, because this allows us to, get the user ID and add money to it. So now plr.data folder .gingerbreads.value plus equals 1,000. So if you buy the first one, you will get 1,000 gingerbreads. And we have to do return enum dot product purchase decision dot purchase granted, so we know everything has gone correctly. Copy this and type else if receipt info dot product ID is equals to the second money ID. So if you own the second money ID, then we will give you 5,000 gingerbreads. And lastly, if you own the last one, if you purchase the last one, you will get 10,000 gingerbreads. So because we have done a lot in the client script, you can test this out and try and purchasing some gingerbreads. Maybe not. You want to go to user interface and click on enabled. You want to enable it. Play. And now we can click on this. Boom. And I want to buy 50 Robux. I want to buy 1,000 gingerbreads. So if we click purchase, as you can see, we bought it and we got 1,000 gingerbreads. We just got 1,000. And later on in the tutorial, you can buy it. And as you can see, this thing starts to bong, 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 bong. And that is because the never-ending variable works. Let's get back to coding. We have to do a lot more. This was everything for the player's added function. Now we need to do a little bit more. But first, we have to add in a Santa. So if not workspace.map.npcs find first child Santa. So if there's no Santa, then replicated storage.npcs.santa clone.parent is equals to workspace.map.npcs. So if there's no Santa in workspace, we will adding it. So if we click play now, there's going to be a Santa over here just dancing around. Bong, bong. Special thanks to LuaScripts for making this work. You're amazing, my man. So now if we click here, it's going to say, where do you think you're going? I'm going outside for a bit. Haha, nice try. Get back to work. Okay, calm down. And then, don't tell me what to do. Go design presents. I'm waiting for you. Santa is a little bit mad at you, a little bit pissed, because you're not designing presents. You have to design the presents. Go design presents right now at newbie.com, which does not exist. But, I mean, it does exist, but it's not my side. So let's continue. And now we need to do the remote event handling. And it is pretty tough. It's a lot. But, you know me. I'll guide you through it. So now sender dot on client on server event connect function player comma argument, like that. And now we want to do if argument is equals to player exited designing. Then so you might know these variables from the last tutorial, but now will probably make sense. So player dot character dot humanoid dot walk speed is equals to 16, because we're going to be blocking you from walking once you're designing, but later on in the tutorial we will be adding that in. Player dot character dot humanoid dot jump power is equals to 50. And lastly, once you exit this frame, you will lose your present. So player dot values folder dot present collected dot value is equals to false, because you will lose your present. Now else if argument, we have a lot of arguments. So else if argument is equals to enable text, then task dot wait 6, and then player dot values folder dot global cooldown that value is equals to false. And this probably doesn't make sense to you, but in the other script we are enabling some text, and that means we are enabling a cooldown. But now else if argument is equals to enable cooldown. So if you're going to enable a cooldown, copy this line and just set it to true. Now we need to do the purchasing arguments. It's a little bit tricky, but else if argument. So first of all, if you purchase the teddy bear, then we will be deducting 1,000 gingerbreads. Your multiplier will be added with 1, and the owns teddy bear will go to true. So player dot data folder dot gingerbreads dot value minus equals 1,000. Player dot data folder dot multiplier dot value plus 1, because you will plus equals 1, because you are going to get a multiplier at 1, and you own the teddy bear. So player dot values folder dot teddy bear owns teddy bear that value is equals to or equals to true. Copy all of this and paste it again. Change purchase teddy bear now to purchase glasses. The glasses cost 10,000, so 10,000. You'll get a multiplier, and owns glasses is going to be true. You're going to buy purchase blue wrapping. Blue wrapping costs 2,500, and owns blue wrapping will be set to true. We're going to be buying the yellow wrapping, so purchase yellow wrapping. It is 5,000, and owns yellow wrapping, set to true. Now we're going to be buying purchase yellow bow, so like the top thingy. It is 5,000, and owns yellow bow will be set to true. And now, lastly, purchase red bow. It is 7,500, and owns red bow. That value is equals to true. Now we need the last argument. Else if argument is equals to correct present quiz answer. And you might be noticing it from over here. Once you get the correct present, we'll be firing it. What you want to type: local calculated value, and leave it empty. The calculated value is equals to math.random 1 out of 100. So every time you will get between 1 and 100 gingerbreads, but we're going to be multiplying it by the amount of multipliers. So if you have 3 multipliers and you got 50 gingerbreads from this, you'll actually get 150, because it's times 3. So player dot data folder dot multiplier dot value. You are going to be getting those gingerbreads. So player dot data folder dot gingerbreads dot value plus equals calculated value because the calculated value is the amount of gingerbreads you'll get. And we're going to be firing that to your client, so you can see like, hey, I just earned amount of gingerbreads. So sender, we're going to be fire client. We're going to be firing it to the player. Our argument is going to be the calculated value, and we're going to be sending the calculated value with it, which is the additional over here. As you can see, additional, that is the calculated value over here. This was the last line of code for that. We need to do a little bit more. It is not that hard. We're almost done. Over here, we have to get the workbenches to work, you know. First of all, we're going to be doing the present. So like if you want to get a present, you can get one. So workspace.map.present collecting .essential .parts .proximity prompt, I'm very sorry, .triggered :connect function player, like this. So you got workspace.map.present collecting .essential .part .proximity prompt .triggered :connect function player, blah blah blah. And now we need to check if you already have a present. So if player .values folder .present collected .value is equals to false. So if you don't have a present, and player .values folder global cooldown .value is equals to false, then, and I might be going a little bit fast here, but let me explain. You can pause the video if you want. Over here, we're checking if you don't have a present yet, and over here, we're checking if you don't have a cooldown yet, because, I mean, you don't want to be able on a cooldown. So player .values, or actually, copy this line, and set this to true. Copy this line, set it to true, and remove the double exclamation mark equals. Sorry. So you got player .values folder .global cooldown .value is equals to true, and player .values folder .present collected .value is equals to true. And we're going to be sending that to the client. So sender, fire client, player, player present collected. We're going to be waiting 6 seconds, and then your cooldown is going to be set to false again. So like that. And let's see. So else if, and copy all of this again, but set this to true, and then like that. And then we're going to be sending this, and we're going to be typing player already has present collected. Now we need to do the workbenches, and we're going to be doing one workbench because you can like copy paste the other 3, and then we are actually done already. So let's start off. We need to do workspace.map.workshop.interacts.workbench1 .proximity part .proximity prompt .triggered :connect function player, like this. And we need to detect if you have a present. So if you have a present and you don't have a cooldown, then you're going to start designing. So instead of player present collected, workbench start designing. We're going to be waiting 2 seconds, so the screen will fade, and then we will be immediately blocking you from moving. So player.character.humanoid.walk speed 6 to 0, and player.character.humanoid.jump power 6 to 0. So you cannot move nor jump. Now we need to detect if you don't have a present, and else if you don't have a present and you don't have a cooldown, then sender, fire client, player, no present workbench, and we will be sending you on a cooldown. So get this and paste it here, but above it, set it to true. So you got this. Copy this, paste it 3 times. All you have to do last, change this to Workbench 2, change this to Workbench 3, and change this to Workbench 4. And guess what? You are done. That is pretty amazing. So, we're going to be testing this out already. Let's go. Before we start testing, I made one little mistake at this line over here. We're never letting the player walk again. So, player.character.humanoid.walkspeed 16 and player.character.humanoid.jump power is equals to 50. So that is all of the error and whatever it is. So let's test the entire game out. Let's click play. Pretty excited. It's a long tutorial, and we got this. So let's see. What if we try this? We don't have a present yet. Let's try it. Okay, you don't have an empty present. Go to Santa's bag to get one. You're on a cooldown. Okay, sure. I'll get a present. You got an empty present. Go to one of the workbenches to design it. Okay, let's take Workbench 2, and let's start designing. Boom. Oh, okay, it fades. And as you can see, we're now at the start menu. Let's click start. Boop. And this is an issue. This is a little bit of an issue. Let's dig into it. So let's see where it fades. It is at the start. Let's just search for start. Let's see what the mistake is in here. So we gotta look at the tween transition. Let me just take a look real quick. So apparently there wasn't any issue. It was just a little bit of a glitch. I just tested it out and it did work. So let's try it again. Okay, you got an empty present. Okay, go to one of the okay, sure. Let me just wait for the cooldown. Okay, there we go. Boom. We can start designing now. So let's wait. Start. It's gonna fade away, and the filling will come up. As you can see, the filling. Let me just buy 10,000 real quick so I can test it out. Okay, boom. There we go. As you can see, we just got 10,000. Let's click buy, and boom. We lost 10,000. We got the glasses, and let's check our values. Our multiplier is set to 2, so because we just bought a new item, and owns glasses is set to true. So let's click glasses. Boom. As you can see, fades away. Goes to the second, which is the wrapping, and I want the red wrapper. Yeah, I want the red. Now I'm going to buy 5,000, so I can buy the yellow bow. Okay, yellow. Boom. Select, and now we got the quiz. As you can see, quiz. Select the correct present. So let's see, what is the answer? The answer is 1. So let's do it. Boom. Okay, it's okay. We did it. And we got another visual glitch. These are pretty annoying, but let's dig into it. So to resolve the issue you just had, go to your client script and go all the way to the present system over here. And over here, set this to black tween. And this is also to go to black tween. And change it on this too. So boom, boom. And over here, global frame. It was a little bit of an issue. I'm very sorry. As I said, let's try it again. So I'll just skip to the quiz again. And we're back at the quiz again. So the correct answer is 2. So 3, 2, 1, boom. We got it. It's fading away. Oh, okay, there we go. You have earned 2 ginger. 2? Really? Okay, so, well, I mean, let's try it again. Boom. Oh, you already have an empty oh, that means we're never putting it away. That's an issue. Let's just fix that in a second. So start. Okay, I'm just gonna spam real quick. I mean, there's a debound system anyways. Okay, spam, spam, spam. There we go. The correct answer is 3. So 3. There we go. As you can see, you have earned 21. You already have, okay. So to fix that, we have to go to the server and we have to go to present. Let's see, this one. Correct. Correct quiz answer. So let's see what the issue is. I guess all we have to do, player dot values folder dot present collected dot value 6 false. Let's try it once again. And again, we're back at it. It's present 3, so let's click it. It's gonna fade away. It's gonna go up again. You have earned 100. We got exactly 100. So let's try it again. Boom. You got an empty, as you can see. Now it does work. So let's just wait for the cooldown. Yep, no problem. Yep. So let's try it again, and let's give an incorrect answer. So start. Let's just spam it real quick again. Oh, we're already there. Anyways, it's present 1, but let's go for present 2. Boom. It's incorrect. It goes away. Okay. You lost your present. Grab a new one from send us back, and now we gotta how do you say that? We gotta get a new present. Okay, you got a new present, and then you can do the entire thing again. So I really hope you enjoyed this small series. Thanks again to my logo designer and amazing LuaScripts. Thank you so much for the collab and everything. It is an amazing game. Your spawn is an elf. So this is all I had to say. If you did in fact enjoy this tutorial, give it a like, subscribe to my channel, turn on post notifications. All I can say is that my name is Newbie, and I say peace out. Merry Christmas. Ho ho ho.